Hey all, welcome to episode 4 of watching yours truly struggle through the act of learning how to draw fashion figures, which is like way harder than I ever thought. So kudos to all you fashion illustrators out there, because yikes. I'm having such a good time with you guys that are drawing along with me. I knew that I would be having fun, but I am so pleased by how many people are joining me in this adventure. I think it is just hilarious that we're fumbling through this together, and I'm so glad that you're here. For those who don't know me or who are new, my name is Karen Campbell, and believe it or not, I actually have an online art school known as Awesome Art School where I teach. And I'm not a fumbling moron. At least I don't think I am. As I appear to be in these learning videos. But I just want to come out here and show you that none of us are too old to learn new tricks and hobbies. And if I can learn something new, anybody can. So come jump on the learning bandwagon with me. It is ridiculously fun. So for those who might have missed the last episode, or who aren't quite caught up, that was episode 3. I had my really good, massively talented friend Claudia Finelli do a full-length, like 40-minute tutorial on a fashion figure from blank page to fully rendered, a fully rendered drawing. And then at the end, the last 5 minutes, you get to see her do this start to finish time lapse, which is gorgeous. Get out of here. I know. So if you haven't checked out episode 3 yet, you really must, because it basically is like a foreshadowing of what is to come and what we will be able to do very, very soon, I promise you. So without further ado, today I'm going to be doing I'm tired of like my painfully rendered croquis. I'm using this 9 Heads book. You don't need to buy this book, but this is the one I'm going to be drawing from. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my drawings. This is one I did when Claudia was doing that watercolor. This is what I was doing next to her. So I'm going to scan these in so you can have my PDFs. They're like going to be copyright free. So you're going to be copying my work, which I'm giving you full permission to do. I'm going to be using this, just so you know, this book for reference. And then whatever my drawings look like, because they're not going to be exactly like theirs, you can copy those, and I will put them on. If you go to awesomeartschool.com, I have a free classroom set up where I'm popping all these YouTube videos like in a row, so you can have the whole series together. It's totally free. Don't freak out. You do need to have a login, but like it's free. And I have actually a lot of other free tutorials on there too. You can sign up for those as well. So I'll put these in the classroom, and this will be under episode 4 if you want to access my PDFs. And I'll do that as I go. If I have drawings, I'll put them in there and you can download them, and just more free stuff. Hey. In return, if you want to do me a favor, if you have any drawings or any videos that you like, if you want to just share them, you can share them to your Facebook page. That would be awesome, because the more we have on our little fun adventure, then the more fun it'll be. So today I'm going to draw the front, the 3/4, and the side croquis, which I've never done a 3/4 or a side croquis. And then I'm pretty sure the next episode I gotta start moving these guys. It's like killing me that I'm not going to the next step. So today I'm gonna render them like this with shadow and more dimension. I hope these don't get banned on YouTube for like having nudity. Maybe I'll like X out the nipples or something. But I'm going to make them really look 3-dimensional so you can follow along with me. And so you don't need to buy the book. You just follow my drawings. And that way you won't get in trouble and you don't need to spend any money. So yeah, let's go. Bye. So I'm trying to really get away from these books actually and get up and running as fast as possible. So I'm going to use my body as a reference, not my actual body, because that would be like a plus size, awkward. I can't even go there right now. I haven't had enough coffee to like deal with that thought. Anywho, I'm just doing, I am going to get into the guidelines, but I'm going to try not to be so structured about it. I need to like really work on loosening up. These croquis have been like absurdly painful, and I when I see a thumbs down on the video, I'm like, dude, I don't even blame you, because it's a little painful. It's painful for me too, so I'm not even offended. I see the thumbs down and I'm like, I know, right? Oh, so it makes me appreciate all you people that are following with me just even that much more. I really, really do. So let me see if I can cut these shadows too. Play with my lighting so no one wants to see this crossbar. So to get started on all of these, I do still need those 9 heads. It's actually, really is 10. I don't know why they keep saying 10, because they have the 9 and then there's a whole nother head length for the feet, which would be 10. So now I'm kind of understanding better why there's, you know, so much variation in these. I have so many books and they're all slightly similar, but I'm sort of starting to understand why. So I'm gonna do 3. I'm working on watercolor paper today, and I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna do, sorry, I can't draw and think at the same time. 3, I'm gonna do front, 3/4, and side. At least that's my plan. And I'm gonna try to do them more quickly, and I'm gonna do them by looking at my reference, which in this case will be in the 9 Heads books. And all of my books that I flashed to you in the first episode are fantastic resources. So again, you don't need to buy that book. You can buy any book. There's like a fantastical number of awesome books out there. This is the other one. This is the one I used and really liked in my first episode that I did, this figure drawing for fashion design. Or you can just follow along with me. Again, I will post these in Awesome Art School for you, and you can download that and trace it if they come out good, or if they don't, then forget I ever said that. You know, another way that people learn how to do fashion drawings too is by tracing the bodies, sounds like dead bodies, tracing fashion figures in magazines. And I've seen, there's another YouTuber who's like a billion times better than I am, called Zoe Hong, and she teaches her method of drawing croquis is by tracing. You start out by tracing in magazines. And I know in Jane Davenport class, her first lesson on drawing figures, fashion figures, is tracing the magazines too. I don't, for some reason, and I don't know what it is, but I don't like working with images from magazines. I don't even like collaging with them. I hate image transfers. There's like this weird thing that I have against oops, I forgot one line that I have against magazine images, and it's just like my own weird personal foible. It doesn't make any sense, but I just don't like it. And also you end up having to like fudge it anyways, like the neck you have to elongate, and then as soon as I'm like changing it, I'm like, am I tracing it? Am I not tracing it? So that just doesn't, I just don't prefer it myself. That might be like the best way you've ever heard, and by all means do it. But I just tend not to care for that, and I literally have no idea why. I just don't. Let's see. All right, I think I'm just gonna continue working with I'm working on watercolor paper, because that gives me open to like doing all sorts of fun things with this. This is just like a weighted pencil. It's a 0.3 Pentel, so it's really thin. So I am using my own croquis for this, and let's see if I can recreate. I'll take this out so you don't have this like ugly division. And I am gonna, the reason I did this across this wide sheet of paper is so that when I do my 3 views, I do like using those reference lines, but again, I'm gonna just try to make them a lot less stiff. I don't like these marks. Okay, so first you have the head. Which is an oval. And I hope you guys are drawing along with me. And I hope I'm leaving enough space. I'm going to scoot this over actually before I get too far in. Because they're so skinny that I can hear Zoe's playing. My kitty's playing in the other room. I haven't warmed up drawing, so it's funny how stiff I am if I haven't warmed up at all. Soup. Okay, and then the neck is about at 1.5. So I'm gonna come down here. And I'm trying to be, again, quick. So I think I saw in another reference that the body is 2 heads wide. So if you have 2 heads, I know I'm trying to use all my resources here. So that's very thin actually. And then you have the shoulders very quickly thereafter. Except it'd be awesome if they were symmetrical. And I'm just going to leave that alone because that's what everybody does. They just leave it alone. And then, let's see, the armpit line is actually just under the 2. So I'm going to do... Let's see, the bust line, actually, I think the nipples are right around the 2, aren't they? So, I'm sorry, I take that back. If you have the nipples at the 2 line, you can have the... Hi, Zozo! She's having a good time. Then I'm going to come and do this. Come up and under here. And then the walls are so skinny. We're gonna have the chest, and then it's the waist is at line 3. So right away I'm gonna come in at the waist. Okay, and the belly button is below that. Boop, boop, boop. And then I'm gonna flare immediately out again. And the waist and the shoulders are the same width, I have learned. So I'm gonna come back out and try to keep it in line. It's actually, let's see, it's actually in line with the armpit, from what I can see on these drawings. So I'm going to come out to there. And then the crotch is right around the 4, so I'm going to put the crotch line in right now. And then if we remember from, oh gosh, I think the second video, we have these kind of circles. I love because it helps you, it reminds you to go out for the thigh. Okay, and then right away we're going to aim for the knees, which are around line 6. I think my knees are a little low on my croquis, but I'm going to drop them straight here. Now you guys, I have not been like secretly practicing, so if this is rough, that's that's why. So the thighs go out and then they come way in, out, and then they come way in at the knee. That's the outside of the thigh. And I'm going to break these body parts up, I think, in either my next video or the one after. I really want to like pick them apart and figure each one out. So the thigh starts up like above the crotch line. And then it goes out for like the fatty inner thighs. Although if you're a model, you have like a leg gap there. And then we're going to come in. So swerve in. And then where it comes in the knee, it like comes back out again towards each other. All right. Now, if we're continuing on down the leg, I'm gonna shoot for the ankles. Now, in the second episode, I had, and this is very stylized. This depends on the artist. Remember the reference I had like a small ball for the knee and then a larger one, so the calves went out. So I think what really happens is that the larger size for the calves are really like this along the, well, actually between 7 and 8. Let me move those down. Between 7 and 8, we're gonna have cylinders facing each other. And this is just me looking at the picture. And then right at 9, we're gonna have 2 ankle balls. And let me move my paper so you can see. And then it just dawned on me, I don't know if this even lines up with my croquis. So if I put I'm gonna zoom out for a second. What are you doing, naughty girl? Oh, my cat likes to eat my cardboard boxes. So if this is like straight down the middle, I guess that's good. You should do a line probably down the center first, because already the center of her head doesn't line up with the center of her crotch. Or maybe my line is crooked. That's definitely a possibility as well. Whoopsie daisies. But you could do vertical lines too to see if your ankles are gonna line up. So there we go. I'll put my ankle here. You know, it's like everything. You've just used as many guidelines as you need. You can't really have too many. So then, okay, so I got my knees. And then let's do the outside first. They drop. They kind of flare out to here, and then again they go back to the ankles. So to do that on this side, they go out, whoop, out, and then back in. And this is just based on my observation skills, I guess. And then I love this. You kind of have this like swish that goes in, which is like your tibia or whatever line that is. We've already established I'm terrible at my body parts. And this goes, again, it like hits that reference line. Let's move over. And then it goes back down towards the ankle. So that doesn't look that awesome to me. So let's see how we can fix our legs here so that they look, erase some of the guidelines, so that they don't look wonktastic. Alright, so maybe I'll draw this by sight, and then we'll put in like what would make us help draw that better. First of all, my thighs are very thin, aren't they? Shunk. So we want to go, as soon as we hit the knee, we're going to go back out again. Right? And then like around 7.5, we got to then go bring it home again. And then the inside of the calves, it's the same thing. It like goes down and then it flares out and then it comes back and out, flares back. So maybe we do like a, I don't know, what shape? Maybe we just put a ball here and we go around it. Anyways, the more I stare at the legs, the weirder and weirder they look, so I'm moving on. Okay, and then the ankles, we're going to go around these balls. That's pretty accurate. So you have to make sure they're like larger than your bottom of your calf. Or if you're like me, your legs are just giant fat logs, and they have nothing to do with this drawing whatsoever. Just saying, this might not be super realistic. And then they always, I used to never understand this, but that's actually just, your feet in heels. Which, if I wore heels, I would probably realize that. So I kind of splay this out like a paddleboard. That doesn't actually make sense. I splayed it like a triangle. Here we go. Triangle, triangle, and then, you can make it double layered for the toes. So there is our, those legs look okay. They're much skinnier than this other girl, but every croquis is different, and I still haven't built up my muscle memory, so I'm still working on that. So these over time will become more streamlined, and that's just all about learning. All right, so the elbow is going to come to the number 3, so I do like having the balls for the joints, so let's put some ball joints on there. And let's see. I'm just going to put, I don't really have the arms figured out yet, so I'm just dropping down a straight line on either side. But the shoulders round out and then it comes in to the elbows, right? And then I notice in the 9 Heads book, there is like a crease right here, which makes sense because your elbow, you're just drawing this crease, right? And then we're going to shoot down to the wrists, which according to this, I know we had a big wrist discussion previously, is going to be around 4. Now, whoa, I just realized my croquis I did before, my wrist is at, no, I guess my wrist is, well actually yeah. It's way too far down at like almost 5. So this really says her arms are chopped off, her wrists go till 4. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this. But then their hands are almost like a head long. And I think that's also another place where I've been going wrong. Or my hands are way too tiny. And they need to be much, much, much shorter. So I'm going to go to here. And again, there's like this muscle and then it swoops down. So it goes, let me zoom in for you. So you have like this wide part of your elbow first, and then it comes in. And then your hands, which I'm gonna have to call Claudia for a giant hands lesson, but I'm just copying this. You have like the back of your hand, and then you have, oh God, I can't even pretend to like know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to draw what I see. The hands are, well, according to this illustration, giant claws from a crab that have transplanted themselves onto my drawing. Oh my God, I get endless entertainment from the hand situation. Oh my God, that is hilarious. I don't even know. Sorry, you guys. I don't know why. I need to just stop when I get to the hand part and just like move on with my life and go become like a bus driver or something. Okay. Because this is not working out. All right, there's also a claw. There's just many claws. That is not okay. That is not okay on any level. What the heck? This is so funny. All right, I'm just gonna, I can't. All right, I'm doing hands next. Our hands are gonna be next because I can't even stand it anymore. That's just so wrong. All right. All right, so our wrists go to here. Damn it, why do we have to have hands on both sides of our bodies? Can't we just have one side to make a claw on? OMG. Okay, I can't. Why can't I can't even like quickly pretend to fill in anything. It's just horrifying. And I'm staring right at the picture and I like can't connect the dots. I can literally draw anything you throw at me and I cannot draw a hand. At least not today. That is hilarious, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm goofing off so much I don't even have that on camera. Okay, so there's my giant. I guess just having the medium size like ovals in the middle will work. Okay. Ta-da! All right, no, so she looks like my first one, only my first one has like giant long, the arms are like alien length arms, and her fingertips go way too long and they should end more like here. So her whole wrists and hands from here to here like need to like, so I won't give you this one in the school because it's not correct. I think this one is more correct. The shoulders are at 1.5. They could probably come up a little bit more. The neck can be a little bit more straight. There's these kind of sexy clavicle thingamajiggies in the center here. And then I feel like I already need to like sheathe her in something or YouTube's gonna like censor this video. We'll just leave her. I don't even know. Because I don't know how to draw clothes yet. So, blue. Okay, that's good enough. She has muscles somewhere. Although, do models really have muscles? They're just skin and bone, really. I don't mean that in a mean way. If you're a model, I'm just jealous and bitter, that's all. Take no offense. Alright. She needs like a little hair action. And then, yeah. I feel like the heads are just so impossibly tiny too. You know, it's like they're like microcosms of like a real face. We'll get into faces later, but these models just have that like pissed, distant, frowny face stare with, of course, in this case, multiple lines running through them. All right, I'm moving on. I'm going to do the 3/4 next.